Good Friday morning, everybody. Chris Allen with your weather podcast for this Friday, February 1st, July 1st, August 1st, April 1st, April Fool's Day. I got you. Oh. Yeah, I know, that was pretty weak. I'm sorry. I was trying to think of, okay, what could I do? It's April Fool's Day. Could I say it's going to snow? No, you'd probably believe that. The way the weather's been acting or behaving. I just couldn't really make up anything because you can't make up anything any better than what the weather is as far as the seesaw temperatures and then the topsy-turvy forecast. Rain and thunderstorms one day, then chilly the next, then wind, and then, hey, I think we pretty much covered all the bases, so I really couldn't make up anything. So it is what it is. It is Friday, April 1st. Welcome to April. And March did go out like a lion, and we did catch up on rainfall. We had to deal with some severe weather, of course. Now, there were no tornado sightings here, southern Tennessee, Mississippi, Alabama. That was a different story. That's where all the better dynamics and the better instability was yesterday. The clouds really kept us from getting anything any worse than what we had yesterday. There were some trees down and some power outages, but that's the extent of it. Some flooding rains in a couple of cases. But it was cloud cover that stuck around most of the morning. We did find some sunshine just before the next wave of rain came in, but it wasn't there long enough to really do any damage as far as adding to the instability. All the really higher instability was further south and west of us, so that kept us from getting any real bad stuff yesterday. Although it was bad, gusty winds, 50 miles, 60 mile per hour winds. The lightning was pretty incredible yesterday, the strong downpours and things like that. Looking back at the numbers from the last day of March, yesterday 75 was the official high temperature at the Bowling Green Airport, 10 degrees above the average of 65, and that happened around 1:30 yesterday. 57 was our low temperature, 41 is the average low, so we were 16 degrees above the average low for the day. 1 year ago, we had a high of 79 and a low of 37 back in 2015. And as I mentioned, we did a good job catching up on rainfall for the last day of the month. We registered 1.22 inches of rain yesterday. That brings the March total up to 3.82, and that's where it will stay for the monthly total for this year for the month of March. We should have averaged 441, so that only put us about 0.6 of an inch below the average for March. So we did a great job catching up on rainfall on the very last day of the month. Year to date, we're now over 10 inches, 10.4. We should be at 1198. We're now an inch and almost 0.6 below average for year to date, and that's okay. We're pacing pretty well now that we caught up yesterday on rainfall. As we look at the situation this morning, showers are moving out of the southeastern corner of the WBKO viewing area over toward the Cumberland Plateau. The last remaining showers now moving out of Clinton County over toward Wayne County and out of the viewing area. Cold front moving along with it. So for today, we're going to say skies will begin to clear. In fact, they already are clearing from west to east. We'll see some sunshine, but there will be some clouds that will roll in here later today. Just some leftover moisture and instability behind this system. But no rain expected from this. So we'll say partly sunny. We'll start sunny, then go partly sunny, breezy with a high of 68. Not a whole lot cooler than yesterday, but somewhat cooler. West winds at 13, so it will be breezy, especially once we get into the afternoon. Tonight, those clouds kind of take over for a while. Mostly cloudy, cool, 42. Saturday looks to be a mainly sunny day. the few clouds, but it will be windy. The winds are really going to ramp up from the west. A nice pressure gradient from between weak high pressure coming in and the system that's leaving us now. So the winds will be out of the west at, say, 14 to 28, maybe around 30 miles per hour, especially Saturday afternoon. So if you have anything outdoors planned, just know that it's going to be windy at times, but nice, 63. And we'll go with 63 again on Sunday. The problem is late Saturday night, early Sunday morning, as the winds die down, the skies are clear. We get down to 33, there could be some patchy frost. So if you've put out any sensitive plants for the spring planting season and you know frost would kill it, you may want to cover it up with something, a breathable cloth, or bring it in. Saturday night, Sunday morning. 63 Sunday, sunshine. Another clipper system breezes by and brings us, a chance of a shower on Monday. Not a big chance, about a 20% chance. But we're going to warm it all the way to 72. Then we cool back down. It's those seesaw temperatures. Again, we're going to have it all next week. Warm one day, chilly and windy the next, then rain, and then warmer, and then it's going to be just exactly what we had this week, pretty much. Here comes 57. That's it for a high on Tuesday. Sunshine and 57. Then another warm front moves through. Southwesterly winds warm us back to 70. So we go 72 Monday, 57 Tuesday, 70 Wednesday, 58 Thursday. Up, down, up, down. Mother Nature's doing push-ups here. Wednesday, though, we are keeping an eye on that system. That one looks to be potentially an even stronger system than the one we just had yesterday. So, 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms late in the day on Wednesday with a high of 70. And then the cold front comes in Wednesday night. A good chance of showers and thunderstorms likely Wednesday night. Some heavy rain potential already looks to come with this system. Severe weather, of course, that's questionable. It's too far out, but this time of the year, it's almost a pretty good bet that we'll have some kind of strong to maybe severe storms out of that. Thursday of next week, 40% chance of showers behind that front. Cooler, 58, as I mentioned. So really not much change. It's a whole lot of the same thing just as we get into the first week of April. Up and down temperatures, chances for showers, you know the drill. Okie dokie. Thank you so much for all the photos yesterday. Rainbows, lightning strikes. You see that one? That guy standing in the parking lot of Meijer here in Bowling Green, a lightning strike, and the guy standing out in the parking lot. Of course, it was just perfect timing, that picture. But I got to think that I would like to see the picture a couple of seconds after the lightning strike, that guy in the in the parking lot. Oh, my goodness. That was a great shot, though. So it was kind of an active day, but it could have been a lot worse. And thankfully it was not. All right, you guys have a great weekend. By the way, I'm working tomorrow here. Probably will not do a podcast, but I'm doing the 10 o'clock Saturday night weather, and we'll be updating the weather throughout the day tomorrow. But it's going to be a great weekend, except for those breezes that we're going to get Saturday afternoon. But I'll be here. Anyway, and also be here for AM Kentucky at 5:30, 11 a.m. for midday. God bless. Thank you so much for listening. Know the weather before it knows you. Of course, we'll be streaming live to the WBKO app and WBKO.com on both of those newscasts. And then later today, join me for my radio show, Classic Hits, Sam 100.7, from 3 until 7 this afternoon. A new segment, if you have not been listening or cannot listen, I feel bad for you. Some of you listen to the podcast, can't listen to my radio show. I understand that. It's out of range, and we don't stream. I wish we did, but it costs a lot of money to do that, by the way. I'm entered I started a new segment this week called This Week, That Year. It's kind of like this and that. This week, that year. And what I do is I take the top 10 classic hits from the 60s, 70s, and 80s for a particular year. So all this week I've been starting at number 10, the 10th rated Billboard chart hit for this week in 1972, started on Monday. Today, of course, I'll be playing the number 2 and the number 1 song this week in 1972. Next week, it'll be a different year that we go from number 10 to number 1. This week, that year. So if you get to tune into that, I appreciate it. And, of course, my classic history lessons, I do that every day as well. He said, what did you just say? Classic, it's like classic hits with the word history. It's a play on words. Classic history. Yeah, you get to know the details behind the songs and the artists. I do that on my show every day. I wish those of you that couldn't listen or don't listen just tune in. It's Sam 100.7 on your FM radio dial here in southern Kentucky. All right, I've talked long enough. Have a great weekend. God bless.